I'm here in Planet Fitness's Total Body Enhancement room where we will go into the Beauty Angel Vibra Shape. This is what the machine looks like. It's kind of like a time capsule. And I'm here inside the room. You have your own little room here with a mirror, which I avoid. And then after you check in, within about 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it automatically starts. Now, it's going to, see how it looks like white lights here? There's a hue of pink once it starts to me, but to you it's gonna look like it's bright red. It doesn't in real life look that way, it's just the video that picks it up like that. So let's get started, and I'll show you how this all works. Okay, this is one of the newer machines. So it's very different from every post that I saw online. So that's why I wanted to post this in case you're interested. All right, so first, here is the panel to get started. And I'm gonna press.
Your Beauty Angel session begins now. The Vibra Shapes plate generates movement of different frequencies. You can choose from programs for relaxation, well-being, or targeted muscle training.
Okay, so that lady with her very calming voice will talk you through absolutely everything that we do here. So we're gonna go ahead and step on in and shut the doors. All right, so the doors, you shut on your own. There are handles on both sides. And when we walk around, lights everywhere. Okay, one of the first things I'm gonna do is turn down the air that's blowing on me because I think that's gonna pick up on the speaker a little bit, and I will show you how to do that. So, hopefully you can see here. I have the fan. Is at 2.
Minimum body ventilation.
It's now on minimum body ventilation. I hope you can see. It's so bright in here that it's pretty dark, so I don't know what you're picking up and what you're not. But the fans in the older Body Angel machines were up at the top, and the ventilation came from above. In these newer machines, they have these 3 tubes, long tubes, that go along inside here. Little metal tube like this. And as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fans blowing on me. But wait, there's more, because there's 2 more tubes here, and the other 2 tubes actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fans. So there's 7 fans here, 7 fans here, and then 5 fans in the tube behind me. Now the ventilation I have now on 1, as you saw. I can show you how high you can make it go. You just hit fan. You probably couldn't even hear her, but she said maximum body ventilation. I'm gonna turn it back down. Alright, so now I'm going to get the Vibra Shape going. And this is the platform at the bottom. Let me show you down by my feet. This thing down here will vibrate and kind of shake. It's not, I've never lost my balance on it. It doesn't move you that much. It's much more of a vibration, but there's a little bit of a movement this way too. Alright, so right now, you're going to hit the feet.
You have selected Program 1. This program is for relaxation and enhances well-being. Your chosen Vibra Shape program will now start with a warm-up phase. Please make sure that you place your feet as indicated on the foot symbols and do not lock your knees during the Vibra Shape program.
Alright, if I wanted it higher, I'd go with 2.
You have selected Program 2. This program is suitable for beginners. Your chosen Vibra Shape program will now start with a warm-up phase. Please make sure that you place your feet as indicated on the foot symbols and do not lock your knees during the Vibra Shape program.
we'll go with 3.
You have selected program 3. This program strengthens muscles. Your chosen VibraShape program will now start with a warm-up phase. Please make sure that you place your feet as indicated on the foot symbols and do not lock your knees during the VibraShape program.
Now your highest level is going to be 4.
You have selected program 4. This program targets muscle groups for an energizing workout. Your chosen VibraShape program will now start with a warm-up phase. Please make sure that you place your feet as indicated on the foot symbols and do not lock your knees during the VibraShape program.
Alright, so you might be able to hear in the background there's a little bit of music that's going on. Oh wait, I'm going to turn it back down to 1. Otherwise my voice is going to be like this the entire time. Alright, hold on.
You have selected program 1.
Okay.
This program is the
So as she's talking,
in a few seconds. Please note that the intensity of the VibraShape program varies.
okay, I wanted to pause there a second because in all of them, it'll say at about this point, and I'm 5 minutes in, your warm-up phase is now ending, and the VibraShape intensity will increase and it will vary. So sometimes it gets like really, really shaken, then it gets lower, and then goes up and down and up and down, and eventually there's a cool down at the end. And again, cool down doesn't like physically mean cool, it just means it's slowing down, and the VibraShape will literally stop completely about 2 minutes before all the lights around me will turn off. Now, the music is playing. You have music options, nature sounds, ancient ways, marble, all different kinds. Most of them are very ethereal and relaxing, and those are the ones I really like because when I'm in here, I'm always doing my stretching, especially of my neck and my arms, and this is my way to get going before a workout. So I always do this before a workout. Also, the VibraShape thing that I'm on right now, a lot of people have said that it gives them a little boost of energy before they go onto the machines, and I find kind of the same thing, but I don't know if it's just mental and psychological. But I used to hate coming to the gym, and I struggled, and I'd look at what the time on the machine, I'm like, I've only gone 5 minutes, and I wanted to go 30. And now I'm about 15-20 minutes in before I even check the time to see how much more time before I'm going to stop and start doing different machines. So in that regard, I think it's working, but it might also be the lights that are working. I don't know. I'm going to show you, you can control the value as well. It's on 8 right now. Very quiet. Can't even really hear that at all. I'll turn it up a little bit. Just some background music here while I'm talking. Alright, so let's now talk. We talked a little bit about the VibraShape, exactly what it does, I don't know. What I know for a fact is I don't want to look down at myself while I'm in here because everything on you shakes. Every little piece of extra skin and fat that's on your body is vibrating and shaking. You can hear my voice. And it's a horrific sight. So I look up, I just never looked down. I made the mistake once, twice actually. I won't do it again. Alright, so one of the main reasons I come in here are because of the lights. And the lights have multi-purposes. It's typical red light therapy. A lot of people you can see, they get the face masks for red light therapy and they pay thousands of dollars for it and whatnot. So this is all around red light therapy. There's 2 reasons I really like it. One, I tend to get seasonal affective disorder where I get a little kind of undiagnosed mild depression in the wintertime when there's no sun, and this is a literal treatment for that. So that's one of the reasons that I just thought, oh, this will just help me get through the winters and maybe even the summers, the time that I'm not able to get outside much. The other thing is I had a ruptured appendix a few years ago, and so I have a 7-inch scar down my midline from when they went in to save my life. And it's supposed to help reduce scarring. So I'm hoping that that'll happen. Now I have my shirt on today. I typically don't wear it. Most people say they get in here completely naked. I don't see the need in that, but I do take off my shirt and pants to get some of the overall light benefits. And I definitely wanted, at least on my midline, have all my clothes on for you today. It's supposed to also help with rosacea. Some people have said their rosacea has really decreased for people who have that. I would imagine it helps with eczema too, since there's a lot of skin stuff. It's definitely supposed to help with acne. So the only one I haven't seen somebody say that it benefited them was eczema, but nobody said it didn't benefit them. I was just watching all kinds of videos and doing research on the different reasons that people go in here. So, okay. What else? That's the red lights, which aren't as red as they look to you right now. Oh, the purpose of the fans are to cool you down, and it's very interesting. Somebody must have been in here right before me, because it took him a minute. He went in here to clean before I got in here. Usually in the morning, I'm one of the first ones in here. And it's quite cold, and I turn the fan almost all the way down anyway, because I live in the Cleveland area. It's cold, and my body's temperature is cold, and this is the first thing I do. I come straight back here to the black card area and get in here, even with my coat and everything, before I even take everything to my lockers. So for me, it's usually quite cool, and I actually have to turn the fans down because it's too cool. Today it feels more warm, and I would imagine later on in the day it's going to feel warmer as these bulbs are used more, and possibly in the summertime it might also feel like it's a little bit warmer, and you'd want to have the fans a little bit more for that. But typically this is not something ever that makes me sweat at all, and it definitely doesn't even really make me warm. So, and possibly it feels a little bit warmer today too, because I have my shirt and pants on as well. Typically I would take those off when I came in here. I always keep my socks on because, I mean, we're all stepping on the same thing, so it just gives me the skibbies. What else was I going to talk about? So there are the different programs for music, the different fan controls, the different volume controls. There are two other buttons there. One has a little eye, which I'm guessing is information, which might just talk about this, but when I press it and I press the other one, they don't tend to do anything.
You have selected the Vibra shape function.
You selected the Vibra shape function. I selected the Vibra shape function before, so I don't know what that means. So those buttons I basically just ignore. But anyway, so that's kind of how this whole system works. At the very end here, she's going to talk again.
This concludes your session. Please exit carefully. For maximum benefit, drink plenty of water, moisturize your skin, and follow the recommended schedule for the Beauty Angel. Your Vibra Shape program will end in a few seconds. The cool down phase will begin in a moment.
Okay. Because I started the vibrating later than I normally do, what typically happens is that my vibrating ends, and then I have about another 2 minutes here in the lights. But because I was talking and explaining everything first, when I hit the Vibra Shape thing, it was later, must have been a couple minutes into it. So this is the first time ever for me. The lights actually went off first. At that time went off first, and the vibrating is still going. But there usually is a total of I'm slowing down. I can feel it slowing down.
Your Vibra Shape program will end in a few seconds.
Alright, and as you saw, it went to blue lights afterwards for just a short period of time, and those eventually fade away back to white. And then it says I have 2 minutes left, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's just what they expect for you to get dressed and get out of here. I don't know, but nothing's happening at this point anymore. So we're just going to exit. I opened that other door while I was talking to you, back into the room, and it's time to get ready for the workout. That's everything with Vibra Shape. Hope you enjoyed Planet Fitness.